Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys here for another live chat with you guys midweek. Apologies, I'm a little bit late on the live stream tonight. It's always a rush, getting home from work, cooking dinner, eating dinner, cleaning up, jumping on here by 7:30, and there's a lot of traffic around tonight with the storms and everything around the Gold Coast. So apologies again for being late for the live stream, but again. Excuse me, just want to thank you guys for waiting and for jumping on and taking time out of your busy week to sit here and talk to me. So I appreciate that very much indeed. So I've got a bit to get through tonight. Obviously, we'll engage in our in your guys' chat as well, but I've got a few things I want to go through. And just a reminder, these live streams are moderated. I've got 2 moderators on. So, again, no spamming. We're just keeping this to our normal theme parks, attractions, events, chat, keep on topic. And anyone spamming, obviously, might get timed out by the moderators. But anyway, I just wanted to say, again, a big hi to everybody who is jumping on right now, and a big thank you for again watching the videos, supporting my channel. It's really awesome to see a lot of new subscribers coming on board, and we've had a few on the live streams as well. So a big thank you to all. Michael, you're wanting my Bluey's ears. I know. I literally just jumped on after, as I said, racing home from work, cooking dinner, eating dinner, cleaning up. So I do have the Bluey ears. Bluey, well, mine are actually Bandit, the dad's ears. So let me grab them for you because I know you're so excited to see me wear those ears. 1 second. They're just behind me. So 1 second. 1 second. All right. So, yeah, excuse me. I need to just have a drink because I haven't had a drink yet for dinner. All right. So, again, I just want to say hi to everyone who's saying hi. There's plenty of people saying hi here, and there's comments coming through already. So I will get to your comments. And again, if you feel I've missed your comment, just put it in again. It's nothing. I don't purposely miss anyone's comments. It's just purely the way they scroll, and I get busy talking and I accidentally miss some. So apologies for if I do, but just put it in again. And you can always message me on Instagram. Always respond, or YouTube. I always respond as well. Let's talk about the ears, right? So hopefully most of you have seen that I went to Bluey's World, which just opened on, I guess, officially yesterday, but it opened as a soft opening Thursday last week. I went on Saturday, and we'll talk a bit about that. It's in Brisbane. One thing I'm confused about is it says it's only there until September 2025, which to me, something like that, should be permanent, right? But I don't know. I mean, I suppose the external structure building kind of looks kind of temporary, I think. Like well, it's a pavilion, I suppose. So kind of like a temporary pavilion. However, the inside, they look pretty permanent, but I guess it could all be taken apart and that kind of thing and relocated. Maybe they're going to relocate it in other cities. I would love to see that. Excuse me. I'd love to see it travel around Australia. However, with Tourism Queensland's marketing as Bluey's World is Queensland, right? It should stay here, I think. Anyway, so you pay $60 to get in this place, right? However, that's for a weekend, or if it's during holidays. I think otherwise it's about $49 if you just go during the week, non-holiday. So you can get a cheaper ticket there. Really strict on no filming and photography. Now, I have seen other But, well, okay, the media got access to film and show the rooms of the house. They had they had approval to do that. There's been a few others may have turned on their camera when they weren't supposed to. When I rocked up, I asked for a manager. I asked permission to film. I showed them my channel, what I do, and that I wasn't going to film the entire experience. I was just going to show bits and pieces of the rooms and just put it together in a bit of a voiceover and not spoil it for anyone. And it was a real firm no, you cannot. It is copywritten, and that's due. That's the BBC's rules, and no one will be taking photos or filming in this house. And it's all signposted outside as well, and about when you go in, no photography, no filming. So they are strict on that. I think that's really wrong. Not from my perspective. I mean, sure, I create content and would just love to show a little bit of this and a little bit of the room, so wow, it's worth going and seeing, because I can only tell people how good or how well themed those rooms were, and it was amazing. But I couldn't show. I mean, obviously they've probably seen a few other people's now, but yeah, they were really hell bent on that and said it's the BBC and it's copywritten and no one will be able to. So, but for me, it was more about the parents that are in there with their kids, and the kids love Bluey, right? So for the kids, you should see the faces of the kids. Oh my God, I'm in Bluey's lounge, or I'm in Bluey's kitchen and backyard, whatever it was. Their faces. Imagine as a parent, you'd want to have a photo of your kid sitting on Bluey's couch, right? Or on Bluey's bed, or Bingo's bed, or in their playroom, sitting at the bench at their kitchen, like whatever, right? Playing keepy uppy in their backyard. That's the stuff you can do, and you see no photos. And not even a professional photographer there taking their photo and offering a package, which I would have assumed. I don't know. That was just really weird, but that's the rules. So, some people like to sort of sneak stuff in. I don't do that, and I won't do that because that's just me. That's just me. But I think I was able to showcase the venue quite well in my video and explain about what you see, and without ruining it anyway for people. It's worth going. It isn't cheap, but it is worth going. It is definitely geared for little kids. Like, I'm talking toddlers up to maybe, I don't know, whatever age, under 10. I don't know. It's just that there's like characters, or real people characters in there, and it's a story, and you've got to help them find the missing magic xylophone or whatever it was, and they really engage the kids. And like children's actors, performers are really, they really speak really well to kids, like slowly and pretty simply, with lots of expression and all that kind of thing. That's what it was all about. So it was all about the kids. For me, I was like, it's like after looking around at how amazing the sets were, I was kind of just bored, because in each room it's about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, I guess, because the whole experience goes for maybe about an hour. But anyway, it was the kids and the families were loving it, right? But when you go in, you do get a set of ears to choose which ones you want to wear, Bluey, Bingo, whichever. So I got Bandit, the dad's ears. There you go. So I obviously wore them in the video, and I did notice. I don't know if they're straight or crooked, whatever. But I did notice at the end of the video, when I watched the video back, that I had the tag hanging out the whole time. And that detail annoys me. Anyway, can't change that. No tag sticking out here tonight. But anyway, you wear the ears. Everybody wears the ears. It's cool. It just adds to the atmosphere and all that kind of thing. So there you go, Michael. Got the ears on, mate. I'll leave them on for a little while. They do hurt me here. They do sort of press into my sides here, because obviously they're kind of small. So I'll have them on for maybe 5 minutes. I have to take them off. So yeah, Bluey's World, I'd recommend it. If your kids or your nephews, nieces, whatever, love it, and they're smaller kids, they'll enjoy it. They'll love it. And the cool thing is, if you're in Brisbane CBD, you can jump on that ferry on the City Cat, or I think it's called the City Dog now. They've painted them up by Bluey and Bingo, the two of them. They look really cool. And the wharf at Hamilton North Shore is exactly where Bluey's World is. So, at the moment in Queensland, it's 50 cents to hop on a ferry, right? Each way, or if each way is 50 cents, or public transport at all. You can just jump on that if you're in the city and just get off there, 50 cents, and then you're at Bluey's World. Pretty cool. So there is heaps of parking there, though. Like, there's heaps of parking, just a short walk from the car park and all that as well. So that's pretty cool. I was pretty impressed with it. Yeah, again, I'm confused about the fact that it's only there till September. What's the next plan? I don't know why. Unless they're moving it to the Gold Coast. Makes sense, maybe. But I think it's good for Brisbane, to be honest. It kind of suits where it is. But anyway, if you haven't seen, I've done a reel, I've done a short, I've done a 20-minute video. Check it out. Even if you're not into Bluey, you might like the video, you might recommend the video, share the video to a family member or a friend who has little kids who are thinking about going. So I'd appreciate it if you can help me share that video out and get it out there, because lots of people love Bluey, or they're just interested to see, well, what is this all about? So that'd be appreciated. So yeah, did that Saturday. And then I also, on that same day, last weekend, I actually went to Supernova, which was I guess what happened was I'd already booked the Bluey ticket, I don't know, back in July or whenever they just launched it, right? I thought, oh, yeah, I'll definitely go and check that out for the channel. I get a lot of families on this channel. So, and then I realized a few months later, damn, that's the same day as Supernova. And I typically only can really film on one day. And the Saturday is my filming day. Sunday is my editing day. And my videos, I can spend 6 or 7 hours editing. Because I film hours and hours of stuff and I got to put it all together. It takes ages, but I thought, okay, I can split the day, because I had an afternoon. I had a 2:30 Bluey's World time slot, because it's in time slots and groups, which is good actually. So Supernova opens at 10. I got there early at 9. I got in by about 10:15. I had to leave by 1:30 because to get over to Hamilton. It's about a 25-minute drive, roughly. There's a bit of traffic around on the Saturday. There was quite a bit, actually. But then when I got there, time I look around a bit outside and do my intro and all that kind of thing. Bang, then I'm in there at the right time. So I only got like just over 3 hours at Supernova. So, my video is out, and hopefully you've seen it, and hopefully you like it. But the only thing I'm disappointed in my video is just I didn't film enough cosplayers or people in costume. So many awesome costumes as usual. I just ran out of time. I was just pushed against the clock, and obviously I get stopped a lot as well. So I needed to obviously stop and talk to people as well that take the time to stop and talk to me and watch my videos. So anyway, the video's out. I think I dropped that one last night. So hopefully you've seen it. Hopefully you're giving it a like and share. Again, I appreciate that. Trying to really grow the channel as much as I can. So appreciate everyone's support on all the videos there. But yeah, Supernova was pretty cool. That was the I think it was advertised as the 100th Supernova. I think I said on the video I've gone to about 20 of them, but I think I've actually gone to 40 of them, because I was going to those kind of events, Comic Cons, before I even moved to Australia. And I've been here over 22 years. And I was going to the events in New Zealand that they call Armageddon over there. Same event, essentially, same sort of event. But I really don't think I've missed a year here. I always go to 2, the Gold Coast and the Brisbane, unless I just can't because of whatever. But I pretty much, yeah, I reckon I've been at least maybe, let's just say maybe 30 to 40 of them anyway. So, and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. This one was massive. Like, it was so big, the food trucks had to go outside this time. Normally they're inside as well. It was full to capacity. It was unreal. It was actually really cool. Lots of exhibitors, really cool. Yeah, so it took a bit longer to get around as well. But anyway, hope you liked the video. And if you haven't been to a Supernova, they're worth going to. Even just wander around, check out the people's costumes, all the exhibitors there. There's cool pop culture merch. There's pop vinyls. I actually didn't really, I showed some stands on the video, but I never got a chance to actually stop and have a look properly at the merch. I would have loved to, but missed the boat. So anyway, I'll be back obviously at the Gold Coast one in April. So Cool. So that's what I did just the weekend just gone. Before I carry on any further, I know I can see plenty of comments coming through there, and I just want to say again, thanks to everyone who's jumping on right now. This live stream, we've got 45 of you guys on here. Fantastic. Thank you all so much. Lots of you are making comments here. Let me try and scroll back and address some of your comments. Most of them are hi, Shane, and hi, how are you? And I just want to say generally to everyone, hello, everyone, and I'm doing good, and I've been really busy, and I hope you're all doing well as well. So let's go and see. So, am I going to White Christmas? Yes, I always go to all the events at all the theme parks. I generally don't try and miss any of them because obviously this channel is about promoting theme parks, attractions, and events. That's the three things I always focus on. Hence why I'm not just a theme park channel, even though majority of my content would be theme parks based, given that that's I guess the most popular. But there is other attractions I like to visit, and I'll be visiting, and events and things like that. So a little bit of a mixture on this channel, which I think is good because when I did the air show, I picked up subscribers for people that are into aviation, and they're like, "Hey, wow, awesome video!" And I'm like, "Well, cool, thanks." And then they've subscribed. So that's cool. Usually people that enjoy those kind of things enjoy other things as well, similar things, So I was really happy to do that. And I love planes and stuff anyway. So I love going to what I can. But again, limited time. I work full time. This is my hobby. But I try and squeeze as much in as I can for you guys, of course. And also appreciate the support through the Buy Me a Coffees. That's, again, really appreciated. I've been meeting quite a few people of late that have been supporting me through the Buy Me a Coffee app, and it blows me away, and I really appreciate everyone's support there. If you do want to support the channel, because again, it doesn't just go to coffees, right? I do drink a lot of coffee, and I usually always get a coffee at the parks. It helps support this channel. So it helps me get to places. It helps pay for tickets to places so I can provide content for you guys. Here's the QR code. I don't know if it's going to come up. All right, let me just try and get that into focus for you guys. Okay, if you want to do support the channel, I think the minimum is, I think it's $5. I don't get the full $5 because there's a company that runs this app. I get about just over $4, so it's still a good amount, and it adds up. So if you scan that QR code there, it is on all my videos as well. Basically, if you do make a Buy Me a Coffee donation to support the channel, I reply to you. It's done through an app, so you get a reply from me thanking you very much for supporting, and then also on my next video that I film, I obviously do a shout out, put your name on the screen, say thanks to these people for supporting the channel through Buy Me a Coffee. And I have the QR code up on the screen when I do that as well. So again, a big thanks to everyone that does support me through that. Because when you're constantly making videos like this and you're constantly pouring money out of your own pocket, it's just you can't continue that unless you've got some kind of support there. And then obviously the more subscribers, the more viewers. YouTube pays us a little bit of money as well to keep it all going. Obviously, equipment and tickets and all that kind of thing. So again, a big thanks to everyone that supports that app. Excuse me. So it's greatly appreciated. So yeah, I'll be at White Christmas. I haven't even bought my ticket yet. I don't know if I'll go first night or second night, maybe even third. It's just that first night, just I learned from Fright Nights can also be, where they have a few teething issues. And they sort of, by the second night, it's always like a well-oiled machine kind of thing. So I really don't know when I'll be going, but Randall, hey mate, he's asking, we need a video on Movie World and Rivertown. The suspense is killing me. Yeah, as you know, well, hopefully know, I always regularly provide you guys regular video updates on that construction, those updates. Obviously, last weekend, I had 2 other events on. So, however, as you would have seen, if you haven't already done so, make sure you follow me on Instagram, jaggsjourneysgc. on Instagram. I'm also on Threads and TikTok, but on Instagram particularly, I post a lot of photos during the week. I'm very fortunate to have a few subscribers out there that support me and regularly go to the parks during the week and send me photos that they allow me to post. Obviously, I tag them as the person providing the images. But yeah, that's the way we keep, I guess, everyone engaged on what's happening with the progress during the week. And then come the weekend, usually I'll provide a video for you guys as well. So, but obviously you can't do everything every single weekend. So and also sometimes there's not a great massive change. So things are progressing very quickly with both of those projects at both of those parks. But, sometimes to skip a week, keep up to date with the photos in between. But then by the time I provide you another video update, there's going to be even more to see. And it's a bit more exciting, I think, rather than just say, hey, they've put a new, paint on that one this week and they've done a plant over there this week. Rather than just that, we can do that through the photos. The video, we'll try and provide you guys a decent update. So it's actually something worth really looking at. But I can tell you that both of those projects, Movie World's Wizard of Ozland and Dreamworld's Rivertown, are both progressing very well. Obviously, there's some weather happening at the moment and this week, so that could impact potential opening dates. Now, they both haven't made any announcement on official announcements on opening dates. But as we know, both parks are testing their rides now. The Flight of the Wicked Witch started testing last week. Posted a video on that, which was again sent in by one of my subscribers. Very kind of him to send that to me and allow me to post that. So I think that was the first test of the Flight of the Wicked Witch. They'd already been testing Kansas Twister and still are. They'll be doing staff training on those rides at the moment. There's still quite a bit more theming, not so much in the area. They'd be doing bits and pieces inside. There's a lot of external stuff they still got to do. I'm going to put what my view of the opening date is. And again, it's weather permitting, and obviously they got to do so many cycles of testing, they got to do training, and then they got to get the regulators to sign off on everything, and from safety to just everything properly signed, sealed, delivered before they can open to the public. So what's the date today? We're looking at the 13th today. I reckon within 4 weeks or around 4 weeks, we could probably expect to see that open. Now, they'll probably do a soft open. So like if you were there one day and during the week, it might just open. And you're like, wow, I'm going in the Wizard of Oz. And then you can ride the rides. So they'll probably do that. And then they'll have an official opening day at probably a day or two later. They tend to do that. And Dreamworld probably do the same. I think Dreamworld has always stated late 2024. So they've never said late November or anything like that. They've always said late 2024. So I know from years ago working in the theme park industry here in Australia that they like when they're doing new attractions and they're going to be opening at the end of the year, they like to have them open ready for that peak trading season, which essentially is from the 27th of December through to, well, probably solidly for the next two to 3 weeks, and then but obviously till the end of January, I suppose, until the school goes back. It kind of dwindles down a little bit that last week. So they'd want to have it open for that peak trading period, and probably most likely a week before that. So I'm thinking that sort of really back end of maybe week commencing the 16th or 17th, something like that. Maybe that week. Don't know. Nothing's been announced, but that's just my own opinion based off what I can see on where they're at and what they probably would want to be doing. But again, if the weather packs up solidly for another 3 weeks solid, that could blow right out because weather impacts everything they're doing, obviously. Anyway, lots of exciting stuff happening there. These are really hurting me now, by the way, so I'm going to take them off because they're quite small and they actually are digging into me. So I wore them, Michael. I wore them. Anyway, so yeah, so we're all really excited, and yes, there'll be videos this weekend on another update on where they're at with Wizard of Oz. From what we can see, remember we can't see much visibly or visually film anything much other than what we've already shown you, right? Unless they're doing a little bit more of around that Yellow Brick Road area kind of thing. So yeah, Rivertown we get to see quite a bit there. The vantage points there are pretty good. All right, so yeah, so we'll do that at Movie World. Also, Movie World has, I think today or maybe yesterday, started moving in those, I guess, old Christmas floats that they now use as set pieces down near Midway Games, Scooby kind of area. There's a couple of floats parked there, the Polar Express, and then there's the other float's got the teddy bears on it, so that's sort of near Scooby more. They're in place now. There's more things going up in park, excuse me, for Christmas. Obviously, the tree is completely finished. I've been posting photos of the tree went up, and then the lights are on now and everything. So if you haven't been following me on Instagram, make sure you do, because that's where those photos were posted. I do those sort of updates. So that's all good. The park's looking very, very Christmassy, and of course, the event starts on the 7th of December, goes through to the 21st. Not every single night. Obviously, there's selected nights there. Get online, have a look. If you're an annual pass holder, you can get one free entry. You can redeem that online to get into White Christmas. Other than that, if you're not, the prices are online there. It is a really nice event, really family orientated. It does feel like it really does feel like Christmas there. You feel Christmassy, the Christmas spirit. I'll probably be having a few Christmas spirits, if you know what I mean. But no doubt we'll hear Mariah Carey at the end, as usual. She's been defrosting off the ice cube. She's been frozen and it's been defrosting. She's about to be released and sing that lovely songs that she sings for Christmas every year. Anyway, looking forward to the parade. It's the same, again, event as last year from what we've seen and can understand. However, it's going to be great, hopefully, to see if there is some changes in there. Usually I do the Mrs. Claus buffet dinner, and I would recommend it. It's actually really nice to sit down and do that buffet dinner. Again, all the trimmings, the real traditional Christmas dinner and all the trimmings. Again, it's extra cost, though. So if you can do it at least once, it's nice. It's really nice. I'd recommend the first session too, by the way, just a handy hint there as well. If you're planning on doing it, do the first session. So yeah, White Christmas is all go. And so again, I'll be doing just an update at Movie World, general update, Wizard of Oz, Christmas, getting ready for it. So that'll be this week. Plus, I'm going to try and also run over to Rivertown. So I'll be running on Saturday. I'll be running between two parks to try and get all this content done, and then I get it all edited, and then get it out for you guys to give you an update. Always check the Instagram as well. All right. Sorry, that was long-winded, but anyway. Again, hi to everyone that's saying hi. Okay, just want to make everyone clear that I'm acknowledging everyone. That I appreciate you guys all saying hi. There's even Paw Patrol and Bluey on here, and they said hi to me as well. Oh, love the Bluey's world. It's awesome. Okay. What would I rate Bluey's world out of 10? Out of 10? Well, it probably depends what I'm rating. I mean, what I mean by that is I'm not the target market. I'm not the demographic. So, I mean, I was aware of Bluey and everything, and, I haven't sat there and watched episodes, but I did, however, before I went to Bluey's world. I watched, 4 or 5 episodes, maybe 6 episodes. They're not that long, so just so I can understand the characters, what the house looks like, what the concept is, and it's cool. I like it. It's actually really nice, and I can see why it's so popular. I think it's the most watched show in the US. That's crazy, right? I've got some friends in the US that are so excited about it and want to bring their kids down to come and experience it. So I think it's going to be really appealing to the world market, particularly US and probably UK as well, New Zealand. Out of 10, again, I'd probably give it a couple of points off because they're not allowing people to film or even just take photos. And I mean, you can get a photo with Bluey and Bingo after you've gone through the house, so that's cool. You can film the neighborhood and all the shops and everything. That's cool as well, like I did. But in the house, I think missed opportunity there, and I really think they need to do something about that. Or if they don't allow people to film or take photos, have a photographer at each room, a professional one, in maybe one set place, and maybe you get, okay, if there's 5 different houses or rooms you go into in the house, at the end you can buy all 5 photos for a package price. Maybe that's what they need to do. That's just what I would do if I was employed there as their retail manager or their operations. That's just what I would do. Revenue generating. I mean, people will do it. I mean, out of 100 people, probably 50, 60% would buy, maybe more, would buy that, right? So anyway, I'd probably rate it from, again, it's hard to give an overall score just because I'm not the target market. The kids seem to be really engaged and enjoying the content of the immersive interactive part. The theming for me was 10 out of 10. The theming was 10 out of 10, 100%. Probably overall experience, I'd give it a maybe 8.5, and that's just because you can't take photos, and I think families will want to take photos of their kids in those rooms on their house. And I think the food was kind of expensive, like a little bit too expensive, I think, and maybe the tickets could have a different. I know there is a slightly cheaper ticket for non-weekend, non-holidays, but I don't know. I think there could be. I don't know. I just think. I just don't know about the pricing for a 1 hour experience, $60. Anyway, I'll probably give it 8.5 out of 10, and that's the points I took off is really just for those reasons. It's nothing bad about the place at all. Like it's really good. It's really, really good. So that's probably what I'd give it out of 10. So yeah, Michael Horton, hope you enjoyed the Bluey's ears before. P Palm, can I have a shout out? There you go, P Palm. Finally get to see one of your lives from Bright Lights. Hey, thanks for joining. Every second Wednesday, we're here. I'm here. Me, myself, and I. I'm here every. I was 5 minutes late tonight. Apologies for that. But 7:30 p.m. Queensland time every second Wednesday. On the other Wednesdays, I'm recording the Theme Park Cartel podcast. If you haven't already listened to that or had a look at that, it's on Spotify and probably other streaming platforms. Myself and Adrian from AU Theme Park Fan and Riley from That's So Mid. We are the Theme Park Cartel on podcast. So, and again, we talk about news, what we've been up to. We talk about theme parks in the US. We do some fun stuff on there. We have Patreon, where we've got people joining up with Patreon and supporting the channel. We give them special content as well that other people don't get. So it's pretty cool. If you love listening to podcasts and hearing our silly voices, then check it out. We appreciate the support, and don't forget to give a 5-star rating if you can as well. That's appreciated. But yeah, other than that, I'm here on this live for you guys every other Wednesday. I'd have to check which Wednesday Christmas Day falls on, whether it's this one or the podcast. I think it might be this one, actually. If it is, we'll probably skip that Christmas Day, obviously. You all want to be with your families, so do I. So we'll probably skip that one if it falls on that Wednesday, but I'll let you know. All right. And again, if I've missed a comment, like I said before, just pop it in again. They keep scrolling up, and I'm trying. I've got a few other things to talk about too, so I'm just sort of trying to go back and forth. P Palm says, I love the videos. Me and my dad watch them when we go to the parks. It's where we go to the parks for information. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Big C Ventures. Hello from your 10,000th subscriber. Thanks again for being the 10,000th subscriber. It was awesome to meet you at Movie World as well. And I appreciate your support and your family's support as well. Thank you so much. So big hello to you. And Bright Lights, my name is Bright. I'm from the Gold Coast as well. Nice to see you on here. All right. What we got here? I'm a bit behind on the comments, so apologies. How would I compare this year's Supernova to the previous years? Yeah, like I said before, I think it would have to be the biggest, right? I would say food trucks were pushed out to the outside. There seemed to be more exhibitors. I just think it was lacking. I think it was too many exhibitors. I mean, I love merch. I love seeing the merch. I love all the artists, the artist alley. Wow. So many talented, creative people there. I didn't even give them a decent feature because obviously I ran out of time. I did give there's a couple. I bumped into a guy there from Jordan from the Gold Coast, and he's an artist there. I featured him on my video actually, and incredible. But I mean, they're all incredible, and the people that make stuff there, it's just so many creative people. Wow. And I love looking at all that stuff. I was just so pushed for time. And by the way, down the end where all the famous people are and where you line up to get your autographs and your photos. If you watch my video where I say, hey, this is where, the famous people sit. If you have a look to the sort of the left of the video, you can see the security guy beelining straight to me, and he's going like this, and so I cut the film. And he really had to go at me. Hey, you can't film here. This is a no filming area. Turn that off now. Delete it. And I'm like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I said, thank you for letting me know. I had no. I said, and I was standing like right by the artists. I wasn't going up to the queue line trying to get a close up of any of the people. In fact, I don't even know if any of them were sitting there. I couldn't even see that far at the time. I was just going to show, hey, this is where. If you're wanting to do that, this is where you would go. Anyway, they're pretty serious about that. Let me tell you. Anyway, check it out. I cut it before but you can see him. It wasn't like crazy, but he was quite serious sort of guy, and fair enough, I suppose. But I think what I would have liked to have seen if maybe a little less of the same stalls, maybe. When I say same, I mean everyone sort of sells the same stuff, right? But everyone's going to make $1. I get it, but they're going to maybe if they had less of those, but more things like. I mean, I really love my movie cars, right? Love. And this year they didn't have any. Like usually, you see the tribute Ghostbuster car and the tribute Terminator car. They weren't there. Other years, you've seen someone with like a replica Knight Rider. If you're from the 80s, you'll know what that is, like me. The black car that talks with the red light scanning at the front. A friend of mine owns the Gotham Police Department car. That's always there. And those guys, I featured it in the video because they stepped it up. I mean, their attention to detail anyway is impeccable. The car, it is an actual ex-working police car, so it's been decked out, totally decked out. It's got all the bits and pieces in it. Everything works crazy. It's perfect it's detailed to the max. Their uniforms are also like essentially like NYPD. Obviously, they're Gotham Police Department, but the detail and just how they all have a different. Like, there's one guy who's the guy that rides the bike, the police officer that rides the bike, and it's with the shorts and the different shirt and the bike helmet. Like, they had him there, and then you have like the guy that's the sergeant, and then you have just different styles. I love that how they've done that. And then this year, it's in the video. They set up a whole prop area, like a desk, like you're at the station, and then you could roll a dice and correspond the numbers to a list of a crime, and they book you. They do a crime report there, and they book you there. Mug shot, they measure your height and everything. I don't think it's a mug shot, but they measure your height and they fill it all out. I put it on the video. I just think that's so cool, and the detail those guys put into that is incredible. And that's just what they wanted to do, and they've got the police tape there. They've got the barriers. And that's the stuff I love seeing at those events. There needs to be more of that kind of thing. For example, if someone owns a General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, I'm the biggest fan. If I could ever afford a General Lee car, the orange one with the O1 on the side and the flag on the roof, that one from the TV show, the Dukes of Hazzard. If someone's on here and knows someone that has one, or if you have one, I'd love to see it. But anyway, and buy it off you for a really good price. I won't be able to afford it. But having one of those set up there, some hay bales, that just, some cardboard cutouts or something. That's the kind of stuff. There is a guy, I think forgive me, his name's Baz. I think he might be in Victoria. He could be New South Wales, or geez, he could be Adelaide, actually. I'm not sure. He's in another part of Australia. I should know. I've been following his progress on Facebook for so long. He's built a Viper from Battlestar Galactica, full scale, absolute full scale Viper. Incredible. This guy is so talented. Incredible. Built the trailer as well, right? And basically, he pulls up the trailer folds out, and it's like the landing bay and the platform that you go up to get in the thing. It's incredible. And it is detailed to the max. The screens, the buttons, everything in it, unbelievable. The motors, I think they got lights in. I think they've got the smoke. Just wow. I believe he will be touring that at these events. Now, I'm not sure when or if he's coming up to Queensland for the Supernovas up here. I'd love to see that here. I would so love to see that here. That's the stuff you see in the States when they have those kind of big, massive like props and vehicles, and that's like puts you in the movie. That's what you can see. I'm getting excited, right? I love all that stuff. That's just me. But people like that stuff. I'd pay money to get a photo in that, and it can go to the charity or whatever it might need to go to. Anyway, I'd love to see more of that kind of stuff at Supernova. So if anyone from Supernova management or is on this live, which probably not, but anyway, someone might know someone, right? That's what I think. I love the events. That's why I always go. I love it. I love to see more of that. But I guess if the venues are getting too small for what the event is, they need to rehash it a bit. Still love it though. Still will always get along to those events. But yeah, really enjoy going. I just wish I had more time this last Saturday. I had to do the Bluey's World as well. Anyway, well, I can go on about all that. So hopefully I answer your question, Tim. Sorry. Okay. Now, a lot of people are just saying, hi, how's your week and everything? So, yeah, good, busy, all that. I hope everyone also has had a great week so far as well. Is that Buzz Lightyear on your shelf up there? Yes. Yes, it is up there. Yes. And there's Woody as well. Hang on. There you go. There's Woody and Buzz up there as well. So yeah. There's a lot of stuff in here. What do we got here? Are we able to go to the fish? Sorry, this is from Fish Arms. Fish Arms. That's a different name. I was able to go to the gift shop without tickets, but had to be escorted around. Felt rushed in there. I think he's talking about Bluey's World, right? So yeah, that's good to know that if you want to just buy something from the shop, you can. But again, he's mentioned they escort you in so that you're not taking advantage of the rest of that area that everyone else paid for, right? So, and the characters and all that. So they take you in, you buy. That's what they do at the theme parks as well. If you don't have a ticket and you just want to buy something, they escort you in. You make your purchase, they escort you straight out. So that's cool. They obviously do that as well at Bluey's World. Good to know. Good to know. Bright Lights are saying they went to Supernova last Saturday as well. I did leave a moment to maybe a comment 2 weeks ago asking if you were going. Yeah, and at that point in time, I actually wasn't because I was going to Bluey's World. Then I realized I could probably squeeze it in, and I did, and I was rushed. And in some ways, maybe I should have gone on the Sunday, but then again, I edit and it's just hours of work. So apologies for that. Rick's, I went to the night markets on Saturday and the food was delicious and Dreamworld Fly was heaps of fun at night. Yeah, it is, isn't it, mate? It's such a cool, it looks so good at night there. And obviously they had the wrestling. They had a Mexican theme, right? And they had wrestling out there in the park as well. And I heard it was amazing. And I was going to go as well. Just big weekend. Ran out of time. But speaking of night markets and speaking of Dreamworld, if you haven't already heard, this Friday night, if you're not doing anything at all and you're in the Gold Coast, go to Dreamworld night markets. If you're not a Dreamworld pass holder, it doesn't matter. It's just $2 and you can get in. Now, obviously, they have food trucks there. You can relax. There's entertainment. The Dreamworld Fly is open. The Dodgem cars are open. The kids' playground, like the ball pit and all that, that's open as well. But so if you're an annual pass holder, you can obviously ride the Flyer and the Dodgems. If you're not an annual pass holder and you want to ride the Flyer or the Dodgems, it's $10 each, or I think you can ride them both for like $15 all up, so for two. However, this Friday is the very, very, very last time that you will ever be able to ride the Claw at night. They don't normally have it open for night markets, but it will be open this Friday night on the night markets. If you're not a pass holder, it will be $10 if you want to have a ride on it at night. It's a total different ride experience at night versus the day. I'm picking this is going to be big. Word needs to get around. They have put it on their post on their, I think, Facebook, maybe Instagram, but on Facebook, I think, on their night market page. Make sure, even if you're not living in the Gold Coast, but you've got friends or family in here, ring them up, send them a message, tell them, hey, and again, if they're not a pass holder, it doesn't matter. $2, they can get into Dreamworld between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. and they can ride the Claw for $10. Like, I know it's not normally open at night. It will be the last time you can ride this at night. It closes at the end of January forever. It's getting dismantled. If you didn't know about that, they announced that they're putting out a brand new version of it called King Claw. Way taller, massive version of that. So the current Claw will be gone. And this is going to be the very last time you can get a night ride on the Claw. $10. If you're not a pass holder, you just got to pay $2 to get in for the night market. 5 p.m., 9 p.m. this Friday. If you're a pass holder, free to get in, free to ride at night. I would recommend highly come along, support the night markets, grab some dinner, maybe after you've ridden the Claw. Just a hint there. And check it out. Spread the word around. It's the last time ever. Now, I will probably be there to document this. However, no, I won't be riding it. I don't like that kind of ride. I have been on them many a time. I've been on SX 360 at Aussie World. I've been on Stratosphere at Rainbow's End, which goes complete 360s. Sledgehammer at Luna Park, Sydney. They make me really sick. I don't do well with dizzy rides. But if you want to see me on it, on my Rainbow's End video, check it out. They allowed me to film on it. So I had a GoPro strapped to my chest, and there's on-ride footage of it as well. So, but anyway, check it out. This Friday, last time you'll ever ride the Claw at night. Just saying. All right. Am I going to the Wiggles at Dreamworld? No, I can't. I work. It's during the day. I think that particular show, is that right? I think it's during the day. All right. Hey, Bodie. How you doing, mate? Thanks for jumping on. Yes, it's very good that all the new coasters are testing. In fact, I posted a photo of Jungle Rush, and someone said, "Hey, it's sitting backwards on the track. What the?" And I'm like, "Yeah, remember it goes back. It goes backwards too. In fact, it goes different pathways. It's got the inclined turntable as well, so it can ride. It's a whole different ride experience. It's never going to be the same ride every time you go on that ride. So there you go. It's very exciting. It's all very exciting. And I like I was saying before, I reckon if you're lucky enough to be at one of the parks during the week in December, they'll probably soft open those rides. They do it all the time. You all of a sudden you'll be seeing footage of people. Hey, I just rode that ride. They will have official opening days and so forth. And obviously, when I can, I'll get down there for documenting the new ride, the new land, and all that sort of thing for you guys. So it may not necessarily be on the opening day. Depends when it falls, because work full time and all that kind of thing. So can't always be possible. But yes, it's all really, really exciting. I should wear a secret GoPro or a drone. Look, I personally don't want to be doing things that we're not allowed to be doing. Other people go, oh, I'm going to sneak this or sneak that, or go there. That's them. That's fine. That's not me. I will always follow the rules of, if they say no filming, no photos, then that's fine. That's just what it is. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. That's how I operate. Updates on Movie World and Dreamworld. Yep, they're coming. I was busy last weekend doing Bluey's World and Supernova, so there'll be more updates coming. Yeah, if you get caught with a hidden GoPro, they will probably ban you from places. I don't want to be banned. I want to be able to return to places and do more content and all that kind of thing. So that's why I won't do things like that. Besides Wizard of Oz, is there any more plans for expansion at Movie World or SeaWorld? Haven't heard of anything. However, part of what they do is they have to always think of ways to generate more income, bring more people to the parks, and that generally will be to see something new, a new attraction or ride. Excuse me. SeaWorld, probably not a great lot of room for expansion. However, they can do repurpose. There's stuff there, or places there, or land and things they can repurpose and change. So possibly, Movie World actually owns a lot of land around that park. Yes, there might be a road in between. But they do, I believe, they actually own a lot of land. So they definitely could expand. There's probably room out the back as well. Again, it's all about master planning, money. They've got to put something to their investors. This is what we plan on doing. This is why we're doing it. This is the return it's going to bring, that we think it's going to bring. They then have to decide, okay, yep, that sounds like a worthwhile investment. Let's spend the money. Or it's a lot of money. We could be spending it on other things to improve the current park. Whatever decision they make, right? So, yeah, look, I think there's definitely room for expansion. Whether they are or not, don't know. I think first and foremost, what they've got, they need to make better. When I say better, I mean things like Doomsday. They need to sort that out. I reckon that'll be the next project after Wizard of Oz. Scooby will reopen first. That's already being worked on, of course. But I think in terms of next major project, I think that Doomsday area, it might also include the showcase area in there. I don't know. And then I think maybe, just maybe, the stunt show might have to change its theme. I think it's due. I think it's due for a theme change, like a Police Academy or a Mad Max type of something new. Fresh. All right. Trying to catch up with your comments. Yes, Carly, there is a video on YouTube inside the Bluey's house. There's a couple now. Couple were filmed without the permissions, and others were granted permission because they were part of the actual media. and they were given permissions. But it's funny enough, even the Today Show, they didn't even show all the rooms. They said, look, we're not going to show all the rooms to not ruin it for people. So, but yes, you'll be able to find stuff on there. The rules are no photography, no filming. That was made really clear. It's in an email that was sent out to you when you buy your tickets. It's signposted outside. I'm just someone that I just want to do the right thing. That's just me. Those that don't, that's up to them. I just don't want to risk, repercussions, essentially. All right. So, what have we got? If I don't read your comment, sometimes I can't make out what you're sort of referring to, or maybe it's missing some words or something. So, yeah, apologies if I miss your comment. Sometimes I can't make out what it actually is referring to or what it's saying. Might be spelling, might be that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, Carla. Were parents really not taking photos and videos during Bluey? I feel like I would have done it without realizing it. When the group I was in, someone went to take out their phone. They were straight away. They said, "No photos. We've told you guys, no photos," and the phone had to go back. I mean, someone's probably going to do it. And as I said, there's been people that have even tried to film a lot and put it on there. I don't know. That's their rule. They said to me it's to do with copyright with the BBC. That's all I can tell you. That's all that it says. Yeah, I'm just someone that's do the right thing. If that's the rules, that's the rules. Sorry, bright lights. I'm not sure what you're referring to. What you're saying? You're able to film and take photos somewhere in Japan. Some overseas parks allow you to film and take photos on rides. 100%. Not all, but a lot. Here in Australia, no. Different rules. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to catch up with some of the comments. Sorry, guys. How would you compare this year's Supernova? Okay, we did that one. Jaggs Journeys. Jaggs is my last name, and it's my journey, and it rhymes. JJ. All right. Did I like Fright Nights this year? Absolutely. I liked it. I went twice. 2 videos on there if you want to check it out. Okay. They need more room for the stunt show. Yeah, I reckon you're right. They probably do need more room for the stunt show. And yeah, I think it has been going for over 10 years. You're definitely right at Movie World. So anyway, hopefully they will change that out at some time as well. Mad Max stunt show would be nice. Yeah, I think everyone's saying that would be pretty cool. The current one is a bit dated. Yep. Maybe a little bit boring in some parts. If you've seen it a few times, if it's your first time, it's pretty good. So yeah, I get that. No, there's still no movement on the hotel as far as we know. Nothing is said, nothing announced, nothing more. As soon as we know, we'll obviously say something. We got actually have a Back to the Future car at the show. Yeah, they did one year actually. There was a Back to the Future car a couple of years ago, but the guy sold it, so I don't know who bought it and where they are. But Bodie's saying he just listened to the new podcast and glad that you wasn't the only one not Living first bite with a buzz. Yeah, it was so good, wasn't it? The first bite for Fright Nights, the pre-event was so good. It's definitely going to be done again next year. Definitely going to do it again next year, and hopefully more than once. Fuel Radar, how you going? Bought some more coffees. You're a champion. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. You're always, very kind and generous and supportive. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll get to that after this as well. Thank you for that. All right. Now, did I miss? I don't know if I probably have missed some comments there. Actually, I feel like I probably have. Yeah. Okay. I think I've found where. Yeah. So DC Rivals. They've taken at Movie. They've taken down the as you're walking up to it, there's that big blue picture, 2D picture of all the superheroes coming together. That's all been ripped down. I don't know if you've noticed, it's been quite faded and weathered and peeling and not looking the greatest. So obviously it's very weather impacted. So they've ripped all that down. I have posted some photos that were sent through to me today or yesterday. I think it might have been. There's some more today. I'll post some more later of how it looks now. It's actually completely blank now and white. So obviously they're going to be redoing and putting new artwork up on there, no doubt. I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly the same artwork or new artwork. Be nice to see new artwork up there. But anyway, yeah, so that's all getting done now at the DC Rivals, which is cool. Bodie's saying my live does fall on Christmas Day. I thought it might have. So, yeah, we probably will skip that one so you guys can just spend time with your families and so forth. What time of year does DC Rivals go into maintenance? I think it's usually mid-year or between holidays anyway. Where is it now? I haven't actually checked what's on maintenance currently this week yet. But yeah, they'll sometimes they'll take it down for a period of time to do the track paint and all that kind of thing. Okay, I think I've missed a heap of comments here, guys. Apologies. The comments scroll and scroll and scroll, and I try to keep up, and then I get talking, and then we miss stuff. So, apologies for that. So I think. Okay, have I heard any rumors on the Aqualoop replacement? Yes. All I can say is I think they're using some of the existing structure, probably the tower, more so. Maybe the bottom end, sort of water troughs that the slides end up in. Maybe that might be getting redone too, but I know they've done a lot of work on like water and power. So, and they have taken down most of those tubes now, as I posted another picture as well. So slides go up pretty quick if they're using existing structures and things like that, and there's existing water there. It's not brand new. So there's a high chance that there could be something there for Boxing Day or 27th. If not, maybe Easter, but could be sooner than we think. Watch this space, I guess. Is White Christmas as worth it as Fright Nights? Fright Nights a completely different event. Obviously, White Christmas, you get a free ticket. Family, Christmassy, lots to do, lots of little activities and things, shows. Yes, I would always recommend White Christmas event. They're really cool. Really cool. Pauline Johnson saying, yes, it's totally worth it. And it is. It is totally worth it. Thanks, Nathan, for commenting to Rick's there. Yeah, Rick's. We're trying to get to. I have an agenda, and also we try and get the comments from people as well. So, This is moderated, so sometimes you may get timed out. Peter loves the Bluey ears, mate. Absolutely. They're pretty cool. Hey, Chris. Wish we didn't have to wait till the end of December to see Wizard of Ozland. Wish it would be open on the day of the Wicked movie. Yeah, I know. And it would have been awesome if they had had the premiere in there, right? I mean, I think there's a missed opportunity, but as usual, they go to Sydney. You never know. They might be coming back for the opening. Lewis Fisher, how you doing? Have you ever been to Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal Singapore? No, I haven't. I heard it's really good, though. I do one day hope to get to a Universal Studios Horror Nights. Definitely. So, yeah, I hear it's quite reasonably priced and everything as well. Flights, like you're saying there, from Brisbane. There's lots of stuff on my agenda. Like everyone at the moment, just struggling to save money. I suppose it's just purely cost of living expenses so high, that kind of thing. But yeah, just trying to work out ways to make more money, to save more money, and make more money, but save more money and go on more trips, I guess. But things are not cheap. Did I see the Disney store? Yeah, at Supernova. Yeah, I take it you haven't watched my video yet. Check out my video. It's on YouTube now. I did a whole feature on the Disney store. It was really good to see a Disney store there, actually. They had quite a decent range of things. They had ears. They had spirit jumpers, toys, plush, some collectibles. It's pretty good. So, and they were busy too most of the day as well. So, pretty cool. Yeah, they definitely had Disney Park ears there. The Wizard of Oz coasters going to be max thrill coasters or family coasters. They are marketed as family coasters. So, however, I've been on the Flight of the Wicked Witch because it's a replica of that suspended coaster is a common coaster, the exact same coaster. In fact, the exact same one is at Gambier World in Victoria. It's called TNT. If you go back on my YouTube channel or just search Gambier World, you'll see the video there of when I visited. I was in that park. You can film on the rides, providing you've got the correct equipment. So you have to have a GoPro, and it has to be in GoPro harness and fittings. It can't just be, on random. It's got to be properly, and they just got to make sure it's secure. So you'll be able to see on-ride footage of that coaster as well. I've got on-ride footage of it. So check it out. Maybe I might post that again soon as well, to say, hey, this is what it's going to look like. Obviously, the theming will be different. TNT, you go through the building. Well, in Flight of the Wicked Witch, you go through the castle, that kind of thing. But theming will be different. Themed by the same people, I believe, Pico Play. They do amazing jobs at theming. So, yeah, check that out. But they're more... I think that coaster is still a family coaster. Like, kids go on it. But it is still quite a good... I rate that one. It's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. So, it's not boring or it's not slow. It's good. And the first drop's actually really cool in the first bank. It's really good. So you'll all enjoy it for sure. All right. Yep, I can confirm, Rix, that Nathan is actually not one of my moderators. No, there's two moderators on tonight, and you'll know because there'll be a little like a wrench or a tool that'll be the person that are moderating will come up. Ryder's saying he saw both coasters testing today. I'll take it that's at Movie World. That's pretty cool. So they're doing lots of testing, which is exciting. All right. I do hope they do a soft opening, so we don't have another Leviathan and Trident opening day situation. Yeah, I think that'll be probably why they will do that. Bright Lights is saying I've been going to Brisbane Supernova since I was 13, and since 2012. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I dressed up as Lockie from Supernova. I'm not sure who that is. Lockie. Not sure. Oh, you met Steve? Is it Phone Ward from the live action adoption of One Piece? Cool. It's always awesome when you meet someone that you look up to for whether they're an actor or an artist or whatever it might be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember the time I met David Hasselhoff, big Knight Rider fan. Excuse me. So that was pretty cool. Nice guy. That was out of Supernova in the Gold Coast years ago. Anna C says, I've been looking forward to your stream since the last one. Thank you. I appreciate it. To me, they just come around way too quick. It's like a week, but there's 2 weeks, obviously. Crazy. I love the last. Oh, was it Channel Change? Says I love the last one. I had a fourth question that I sent through, which I think is next. I love these casual streams. Any Scooby-Doo updates? Not since the last one. Nothing really more on that since they've posted whatever they posted last. No opening date for Scooby yet, but early 2024. Oh, let's just say probably first quarter or first half of 2025. I think, for me, I think it will be Easter next year. There is a chance, of course, they might just say, hey, it's open now for Christmas. Imagine that. How good would that be? Be amazing. But, of course, we don't know that. And, they may not be ready. So, Wiggles are coming to Dreamworld next Thursday. Yes, they are. No, I will not be there. It's a packed out event always. I work full time, so can't go during the week. I'm sad that the aqualoops are gone. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed those aqualoops with the trap door. Quite a unique slide. But they're just old slides and they needed replacing, I think. So they were decommissioned, I think, in January. Just gone. Can't wait for the Wizard of Oz. Yes, we're all very excited for that. What's the best cruise would you recommend going on? I've only been on one cruise, and I've still got the video to put out, you guys. I didn't go on the Disney one. I went on one like last year, and I haven't edited. I've started the edit. It's just, you got to understand, when you go on a 5-day cruise, you film so much. And then when you are trying to put it all together to make sense and it's really hard. And then, of course, anything that comes up that's timely or current, like an event that's current, like say Fright Nights is Halloween. You gotta film all that stuff and get it put out at Halloween. If I put my Halloween videos out, in January, you're gonna go, not interested in looking at Halloween in January. It's been and finished and gone. So I have so much to do in between, and I've still got USA videos that are in editing stages as well. So, but they can be released anytime. They're not sort of timely videos as such. But yeah, so there'll be a cruise video. So I've only been on one, but I would love to do a Disney cruise. Everyone raves about them. Although, again, I don't know. I haven't been on one, but I've looked at the food in some of the videos of the Disney ones, and I looked at the food of the Royal Caribbean cruise I went on, and I think I think the Royal Caribbean food was way better. Now, I haven't been on a Disney cruise to say for sure, but I've got, in fact, some of my subscribers have been on both cruises, Royal Caribbean and Disney. In fact, one of my subscribers has just come back from a Disney cruise. Mike is his name. I don't know if he's on tonight. I think he's still traveling. He travels all the time, so he might be in New Zealand now, or it could be somewhere else. He may not be on this live, but sometimes he'll jump on the live. But it'd be good to hear what he thinks. But I guess Disney creates those magical experiences with the characters and everything themed. From what I've seen, I would just love to go on a Disney cruise. So I can't compare. But I've only done Royal Caribbean, which is amazing, by the way. So, and one day I'll have a video out on that for you guys. Let's have a look. Good to see they're refurbishing the DC Rivals theming. Yep, it is definitely overdue. Have you ever watched the cruising with Ben and David? Yeah, actually, I have watched that YouTube channel. Yeah, they're pretty good. I watch them quite often. They're pretty funny. Yeah, they are definitely. Yep, that's a good channel, that one, Anna. Definitely a good channel. The Big Crouchy. How are you, my friend? What would your thoughts be on the parks opening later and staying open later in the warmer months? Was thinking they could even offer a twilight discounted entry. 100% agree with everything there. They should definitely be open till 9 or 10 every night through summer. And like you say, if you're coming in just for the night, you should be able to get a discounted rate. I agree. Yes. I think 100% they need to do that. And I think they would get a lot of business from doing that. So I don't know why they won't, really. I mean, it could come down to staffing levels. It's a lot, staffing a day and night, but can be done. So, yeah, I would love to see that. But whether we will, we don't know. I keep saying if enough people email these guys, these parks, and keep saying, hey, this is a great idea, you should do this, maybe they'll listen. Maybe someone will say, let's give it a go one year, guys. Test it one summer, 4 weeks. Let's do it for 4 weeks and see what return we get. See if it's worth it, because they got to get a return on the investment of operating the park. Obviously, it costs money, right? The longer the park's open, they got to have more staff on site, not just staff to serve the customers, but maintenance, engineers, nurses, chefs, guest services. Everyone. It's first aid. It's all got to be. There's more people, more cost. So they've got to judge. Well, are they going to get a return out of that cost? Are people going to, maybe they can bring out some more food stalls, like pop-up stands. Will they benefit from that? I think they will. Because you look at those events like the multicultural events, even Diwalis and stuff, they have pop-up food vans and that. People love it. So, yeah, I agree. They should definitely do it. I'd be all for that, for sure. For sure. Now, Michael, Movie World does have a lot of land, but some of it's across the road and that. So there's quite a bit there. There's quite a bit. I don't know exactly, but I do know there is still a fair bit of land. Cirque du Soleil was the best circus. You should go there. I haven't been to that, actually. I heard it is excellent. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, and maybe one day I'll get along to that. Supernova strict on filming. Yeah, they were strict on. Well, the famous people. Yeah. Ronan, hey mate, hope you're having a ripper of a night. Always. Just wondering if you think that the Movie World ticket increase on December 10th suggests that the Wizard of Oz will open on the 10th. I don't know, actually. Look, possibly. I think it might even open. What are we now? It could even open before that date. I don't know. There's no set date yet, but yeah, it could possibly align. It could possibly align to that. You could be right there. I guess they've obviously got to make that call on increasing that ticket price. Got to keep in mind, essentially, there's 3 revenue streams for a theme park: tickets, number 1; food and beverage, number 2; and retail, number 3. Now, if people come in and don't buy much food, don't spend anything in the shops, it brings it back to just the tickets. So they need people to spend money in the park. So I would say that would reflect. Well, there's a couple of things. Keep in mind some of the pay rates have about to go up or just recently gone up in Australia. So I think keeping in mind all of a sudden there's more expense. The power's gone up. All those things like your house at house. Your power's gone up and food's gone up. So all their food prices have probably been gone up as well from their suppliers. It all is a flow-on effect. They need petrol to run their vehicles and maybe generators and things like that. There's a lot that goes into it. So I don't know when the last time they increased the ticket price, but I know people are pretty quick to go, daylight robbery or whatever. But you got to understand that if you look at everything else, not talking about theme parks, you just look at everything else, everything's going up or has gone up. They haven't for a while. They need to put it up. I mean, it has to be a profitable business like anything. They're not there for fun. Well, I mean, they're there for fun for us, but they're there to make money, so they can make money to invest more into the parks. But if they're not making the money in the parks, they can't invest more rides. They can't bring us more attractions. So they need us to spend money in the parks. They definitely do. I always try and spend stuff when I go in there. And they have cool stuff in the merch, like a feature recently, what they're releasing for Wizard of Oz. They're in the window display there now. The merch looks amazing. So support them and get that merch or get a couple of pieces of merch. Buy some food when you go in there. Yeah, look, I think the prices are the prices. You're in there, you're hungry, you're going to eat. But the quality of the food is way better than it used to be. What kinds of food you can buy is way different than what it used to be. They're really trying hard. So, yeah, support them. Yes, they've had to invest money in Wizard of Oz, Scooby, all the rest of it, but it's everything else as well. It's not just those things that are probably causing them to tweak that price. The analysts would have sat there and really looked at it all and gone, we need to get an extra XYZ out of every customer's ticket price to allow for the inflation or allow for the extra cost. So anyway, boring stuff probably, but that's really probably why. All right. So try to talk about some more fun stuff. Now I'm behind in the comments. So I'm reading comments that are probably relating from things we spoke about 20 minutes ago. So sorry about that. Apologies for that. The Gotham car was awesome there, 100% at Supernova. It was so cool. Okay. Now, if I've missed your comment, please don't take offense. Okay, put it in again. I'm not going to keep scrolling back and try and catch them all. It's just too hard. So there's so many comments, and I appreciate every single comment. Don't get me wrong, I do. Just pop it in again. If I miss it again, if I get busy talking, just send me a DM on the Instagram. I will reply. No problem at all. No problem at all. I may not reply immediately, but I will reply. All right. So let's see. Okay. So Bodhi, Yes, that's right. The first Heroes and Villains event, the park stayed open to about 8:30, 8 or 8:30. You're right. I remember that. They need to do that again. Definitely. Hey, here we go. Mike K. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. There you go. I was talking before, so for everyone else, we're talking about comparing cruises, and I said I've only ever been on a Royal Caribbean, and one of my subscribers, really nice guy, Mike K. There he is. There, he's on the live. He's in New Zealand. He takes the time out of his night. Thank you so much, by the way. Always appreciate your support, Mike. So he's just recently come off a Disney cruise. He was on the same cruise I was on, the Royal Caribbean. So what does he say? Let's see what he says. So it's midnight in New Zealand. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night, Mike. I really appreciate it. So he's saying the food is pretty similar, really, between Disney and Royal Caribbean. Both plentiful. Just saying, just look at me, and it's all good. So, but Disney is twice the price. Yeah. So, okay, so that's good to know. So you're paying the extra for Disney, of course, because it's Disney. Anything with Disney, you pay more. It's like when you, say if you're hiring a venue for just a party, it's this price. If you say it's for a wedding, it's this price. same venue, same. But if it's for this, if it's for Disney, it's more. But you are getting all those magical moments, character interactions. They really theme those ships like crazy, right? Crazy. Again, I haven't been on one, but I've just seen plenty of videos. Love to go on one day, 100%. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate you commenting and clarifying that. It's very similarly food, but twice the price on a Disney. So that's pretty cool. I hope you had an awesome time too, by the way. And yeah, love seeing all your pics on Instagram. Thank you. Paw Patrol and Bluey has said, I've been on the Royal Caribbean cruise. It's really, really good. It is really good. And hope to have a video out on that soon. I'm working on so many different videos. I think I worked out I've got like 13 videos I'm working on that I'm trying to, but then like all of a sudden I need to release something that's like Bluey's World opened. I got to have that. Supernova happened. I got to have that. I can't release it too late because people lose interest or it's not topical at the time. So I got to kind of do that. And so much happens in between. If there wasn't so much construction going on, I would have had that cruise one out ages and ages ago. But geez, anyway, it'll happen. Do they accept companion cards at Blue World for disabilities? I would like to hope to say yes. I didn't specifically look into that myself, but when you go onto their website, it has everything listed there, and I'm pretty sure I did see something there about that. So, look, they'd be silly if they didn't. Everywhere has to be accessible for everyone to be included to enjoy the experiences. So, without knowing and reading it specifically, I would probably confidently say yes, most likely. So, just get on their website and have a look, though. And by all means, if you can't find the information, there would be an email there or someone to contact. Although I found prior to me going, I was trying to contact them to ask about this whole filming thing before I even knew I couldn't film in the houses. And I really found it hard to make contact with anyone there at all. So, but I'm sure they would. They'd be silly if they didn't. Carly's excited for Rivertown. Absolutely. We're all very excited for Rivertown. Very much so. Diana, thank you for... Okay, you got to go. No worries. Thank you for jumping on, though. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining the live. Jason Hall, how are you today? What's going to happen to the claw at Dreamworld once it closes? Not sure. Who knows? It might end up at another park, Australia or overseas. Who knows? All we know is we're getting a King Claw. So that's going to be cool. MK Aviation, thanks for joining the live. Thank you very much. Always appreciated. Kobe, did you hear Wiggles are partnering with Royal Caribbean, and they're doing a Wiggles quiz in 2025. I didn't hear that, so well, that's pretty. I'm sure because your last name's Wiggle, you would know. I'm sure, but no, that's good. Good to hear. I didn't know that, so that's cool. Carly's asking, wonder what the electric vintage cars will look like. You can see that now if you go on to their Dreamworld's website or Instagram, even on mine. If you search, I think the video I did was called "The Future of Dreamworld." I think over a year ago, you'll find it when they announced everything. They actually have the pictures of the cars there. They look very Disney vintage. They look really cool. Really cool. Better than the last ones, for sure. Anton's asking, have I been to any of the axe throwing venues on the GC? I absolutely have. I have been to those. You're thinking of going to them when you're up here next? Yeah, mate. There's a few around. There's one called Lumber Punks. Now I think that one's in Miami. That I think they got some in Brisbane. Actually, Lumber Punks, I think there's a few in Brisbane as well. In fact, probably around Australia. There's the other one in Surfers. I'm not sure if that's the same one, actually. I can't quite think at the moment. But if you check out my video that has Surfers Paradise, 35 attractions to do in Surfers Paradise. And by the way, that's not all the attractions you can do. There's plenty more. Plenty more. I do feature the axe throwing in that video. Check that out. Give you some context around what it looks like, that venue. If you're staying in Surfers, that's the one you'd go to. Surfers Paradise has heaps of attractions. So if you're in the Gold Coast, you might be at the beach one day, theme parks. You'll always tend to probably go back to your unit if you're staying in an apartment, going out for dinner, plenty of restaurants. Surfers Paradise is open to like 10 every night, all the shops, or 9 or 10 or something like that. And there's heaps of stuff to do. There's time zone arcades, bowling. There's, the axe throwing. There's escape rooms, laser strike. There's the VR, sandbox VR, which I did, which is awesome. There's heaps more. There's so many things. Check it all out. But yeah, axe throwing is pretty fun. It's controlled, and definitely recommend it. Hey, Jamie from New Zealand, how are you tonight? How's huge storm over there? So the good thing about the Gold Coast, yes, we are in the firing line a lot of the time, but because we have the hills at the back, Tamborine Mountain and all that, as soon as that storm system hits them, apart from the tornado last Christmas, but which just smashed through everything, but generally storm clouds, they tend to, as soon as it comes over and hits the mountains, it tends to just dissipate and spread out a bit. And quite often it goes north to Brisbane. So apologies for Brisbane people. They seem to cop a lot of it. Some of it goes southern Gold Coast, cops a lot, and it goes out to sea a lot. So we got the thunder and lightning, the rain, but we don't tend to get, I live near Moviewood, so we don't tend to get too much hail and stuff here. Occasionally we do, don't get me wrong. But tonight, it was just, to me, it's just a normal summer storm where the alerts were out there, but it was fine. Did you see any fur salters at Supernova? Oh, furries. Yeah. Again, if you watch the video, at the end, I got footage of almost all the furries in one place at one time. Pretty cool. That was pretty cool. They're doing a photo. I just bombed it with my video. CK Black, are you planning a trip back down to Gambier World in the new year? Look, it's. I have a massive whiteboard with all the things I want to do on it. It's on there. Again, it's just funds. So probably not in the new year. I just can't reach unless there's a real cheap flight. But again, I'd need accommodation. Like last time I stayed near the airport, I just went airport, hired a car, drove there, bang, back. I was 2 days. I was back, sort of thing. So I do want to get back down again. Yeah, over summer too, because I love the water park there. It's really nice, really nice. Akamaka, are the white Christmas tickets out yet? They sure are. The event goes from the 7th to the 21st. Redeem your tickets right now online. What's the next video? It'll be update it'll be 2 videos this week. Movie World and Dreamworld construction, because that's really what's going on there. I'll probably head to the Dreamworld night market Friday night for the last ever night ride of the Claw. Again, if you didn't hear this earlier and you're in the Gold Coast, this Friday night the Claw will be open at the night markets. It's the last ever time you will get to ride the Claw at night ever. If you're not a pass holder, $2 to get into the market, $10 to ride it. If you're a pass holder, as you know, free to get in, free to ride. Check it out this Friday night only. Last night ride. My pronunciation. Yeah, Nathan, I don't know what is it for facilities. I'm not sure what that is. It's like there was a movie. Is that what you're referring to in my video? I tried to pronounce something. I don't know. It's a movie that's coming out, movie coming out, and they had a set, like a medieval looking type thing, and I couldn't work out what it was. I don't know. Anyway, I tried. It's like when people eat a churro. I don't know if it's churros. I don't know. Mexican. Sorry, not Mexican. Spanish donut. I don't know. Too much. Does SeaWorld celebrate Christmas? Yeah, they do, but very sort of discreetly, I suppose. There'll be some decorations up in the plaza. They'll have Santa. Usually they'll have Santa in his board shorts on his throne with a couple of jet skis, red jet skis to the side, and you can get a photo there, like a Gold Coast Santa. They'll have something for sure, but that's really about it, I think. And Dreamworld, they'll have decorations. They'll have their Christmas night markets, which are really nice. I really enjoy those, actually. Really Christmas, little Christmas markets, Christmas themed markets, bits of entertainment, characters and things for Christmas. They'll do stuff like that at the night markets. So definitely recommend getting along to that. They should start probably early December as well. Anton saying the missus is crazy for Gizmo and Gremlins. Does he only come out during the Christmas or Hooray for Hollywood events? Yeah, Hooray for Hollywood. So from the 27th of December onwards, you'll be able to see Gizmo there. Usually they have a float and the parade as well. Akamaka is trying to get a job at Movie World. Good luck. Eyes reveal Shane. No, just go back to some earlier videos where I never used to wear my glasses or didn't have my logo. Yeah, I'm on there. But again, the reason why I wear the glasses is where the lens is, particularly I film on a phone, right? So you got to remember on a phone, when you're looking at your so when you're filming, your lens is on the phone is here. It's not in the middle, right? So, but naturally you look in the middle. So what that shows is your eyes looking to the side always. You're not looking at the camera ever. So because you don't know to look over here at the lens. So by having the glasses, doesn't matter where you're looking, it looks like you're engaging, looking to people. And because that's stuck now, that's my thing now. Also, if I want to go somewhere on my day off with my family and just do something, obviously I don't necessarily wear this, so I don't get stopped. But don't get me wrong, when I'm at the theme parks, this is how I dress because that's how I am in the videos. People see me, they stop, they engage with me. I love that. I love talking to you guys. That's part of the gig, right? So, but then yeah, it's like Superman and Clark Kent, you know, not quite the same, but anyway. But that's why. So now that's my thing, right? Jaggs Journeys. This is you know that's Jaggs Journeys, right? So that's all it is. All right. So, we missed the yes, I missed the Gremlins right at Movie World 2, 100%. Definitely. Definitely. All right. So, we spoke about a few things that I've done. So again, we touched on Bluey's World, Supernova. We spoke about the Claw at Dreamworld this Friday night. DC Rivals again, they're redoing the mural. Great, fantastic. As mentioned, also at Movie World, the Christmas floats the old floats they're using for props are now in place. So more decoration and getting ready for that first night of the 7th of December for White Christmas. That's all getting ready to go. And obviously they're testing on the Wizard of Oz coasters and Rivertown at Dreamworld, all under testing. Excited to wait and hear the opening dates for them, which will be obviously in December for both of those. So I'm picking early to mid-December for Movie World, and I'm picking end of December, or maybe mid to the end of December for Dreamworld. Weather pending, of course, because that can impact everything. So, and obviously they got to get all their testing done, all the cycles done. They've got to be, the regulators have got to sign off on everything. There's a lot of the detail to go. And as I mentioned, Dreamworld will be having Christmas night markets. I think they've announced a start date for that, but that'll be coming up again. And the Hooray for Hollywood event was announced that starts on the 27th of December. So yeah, like again, lots happening this back end of the year at the theme parks. Of course, there's plenty of other attractions to visit as well. It's like I'm so busy. I try to film as much as I can on the Saturdays and get, you'll always get a video every week on this channel. Sometimes you get two. I try and drop a lot of content during the week through Instagram. We schedule a lot of content pre-schedule. So obviously I'm working during the week, so that content is scheduled. We get sent a lot of content during the week. At night, I then go through and then we'll schedule that the next day as well. So plenty to keep you guys engaged during the week on this channel. Make sure you follow Jaggs Journeys AU on Instagram to keep up to date during the week between the videos. That's a key thing there. And again, make sure if you want to support me and the channel, buy me a coffee. Again, this I feature this on all the videos, of course. So if you do scan the QR code, if you'd like to support this channel and myself, you can do so through that app. I think one coffee is $5. I don't get the full $5 because there's a company that runs this, but I get about $4 something. So all appreciated. It certainly doesn't just go to coffees. It helps support the channel and helps me get to places so I can provide you guys with more content. That's the deal. Hopefully that's working. It may or may not be working, but if it isn't, it's on my videos. Also, it's on my Instagram. There's Linktree on my Instagram, which you can click on, and it takes you to buy me a coffee as well. So thank you to everyone who has been supporting through that. And I've got people that actually almost every week, or at least every month or so, they're supporting the channel, which again I'm very grateful for. It doesn't just go to coffees. So yeah, it really does help. Like when I went to the States, it helped me get to the Universal Studios. It helped me get to Warner Brothers studios as well, so get around. So yeah, it helps me create content. So the more you want, feel free to support with that. That's always appreciated. I do also on that, if you want birthday shout outs and things, you can do that through that. And there's no set, I don't put a set amount. I don't say birthdays are this much and this is this much. Look, I'd rather just, if you would like a shout out or like just to support the channel in any way, you will get a shout out. You get a response on the app from me, saying obviously thanks for the support, and then also you'll get a shout out on the video. If you send this to me on a on a Sunday. If you buy a coffee on a Sunday, you're going to wait another week because I only film on Saturdays usually. So, but don't worry, I do keep a ongoing list, and I have not missed one yet. I had someone recently say, "You missed my shout out back in the year, beginning of the year. You were when you were off YouTube for a couple of weeks." And I'm like, I know I didn't. So I went back, I found it. It was there. So I just had to point out which video it was on. So anyway, yeah, I tend not to miss. I make sure I reply to everyone and I write a list. Hence why when I'm doing it, you can probably see in my glasses, I'm holding my notepad. You can see that in the reflection sometimes, because sometimes there's 6 or 7 or whatever there is, and and apologies if I'm pronouncing names wrong too. I do try my best to get them right. So anyway, again, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. And yeah, I just checked the subscribers today. It's gone up 10,600 now. So what's that been? I had 10,000. Was it a month ago? Might have been a bit longer than that, but maybe 6 weeks ago. But gee, that's amazing. Another 600 people have subscribed since then. Blows me away. Really blows me away. And I really appreciate everyone that does stay subscribed and shares the channel, shares the videos, likes the videos, comments. Fantastic. Really appreciate it all. Nelly J. I volunteer at Supernova. I saw you coming in at the guest area. I was too busy to come say hi, but I saw the security guy jump as you started filming. It's the pain in the guest area. Sorry, mate. No, that's okay. Like I didn't know. I was just again. Hey, this is where the people, if you want a famous person's photo autograph, this is where you go. And I wasn't even zooming in or anything. I was right at the back because I didn't want to go up. I didn't pay for that, but yeah, he was right on me. But anyway, I was polite. I said, I didn't know that this was there's just no signs anywhere saying no filming here. So you don't know, right? So anyway, he's doing his job. That's cool. I was polite to him. I just said, thank you for letting me know. And I just continued on. All good there. So no dramas. All right. What do we got here? All right. I just lost my place, but I found it. Yeah, NK Aviation. Yeah, if you want a shout out, you just have to send it through either buy me a coffee or just on Instagram. So, and then I'll make my notes and reply to you. But that should be all good there. What do I think Dreamworld would do after Rivertown? Don't know. Maybe they'll do something with the old vintage car area. I mean, I know people always talk about Motor Coaster. I guess if you think about Dreamworld, when you walk down to Rivertown, it makes 100% sense that they repainted that store and called it the general store, what I think it's called, for Rivertown, because if you walk down to Rivertown and you saw a fluorescent green and yellow motorbike shop, it would go, oh, that's a bit of a stands out, right? Hence why that's been changed and themed to that. So it all flows in there. Makes sense. Motor Coaster itself, look, whether they, to be honest, like there's nothing wrong with that ride. I enjoy that ride, and lots of people enjoy that ride. I know that a lot of theme park enthusiasts don't like the ride or whatever. I guess there's different reasons behind that. A lot of them talk about the design of the restraints and that kind of thing. Look, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But I know for a fact that ride is, from a guest perspective, not an enthusiast perspective, a guest perspective, that's a top-rated ride in that park. And if you watch people getting off that ride, they're all happy, loved it, enjoyed it, and I think it's one of the top. I think it's one of the top 5 rated rides at Dreamworld. It's up there from a guest perspective. So there's really nothing like it's a. I mean, I've ridden it fairly recently, and I still enjoy the ride. I love the launch. It's awesome. Yeah. So look, I don't think anything will needs to be done there. Look, if they decide to go, it's got to be more Rivertown themed. They might just they might paint the bikes. Maybe they might retheme it. But I don't think that's the next project for them. To be honest with you, I really don't think so. I think if anything, it would be what's happening with the old vintage car area, possibly, or even what's happening where behind that wall where the monster trucks were, like where Thunderbolt used to be, and the Flowrider. That in that area, what's happening there? Is there room to do something more there? Can we do a dark ride? Can we do a new water ride? I don't know, but again, what you got to understand when these parks invest so much money. Remember, they're investing $35 million into Rivertown. That's not small change, right? That's massive, serious coin. So when the CEO has to go to the board and say, this is what we're doing. This is what we think needs to happen at Dreamworld. This is how many people we think it's going to bring through the gate. And I guess the return on the investment would be this. And this is how much it's going to cost. So the board has then obviously looked at all of the detail and has decided, okay, we trust you in what you know and what you think. And these are the reasons why. Let's invest. Let's agree that area needed to be ripped out. World-class roller coaster, highly themed, immersive area going in there. It's going to bring people to Dreamworld. It's going to increase ticket sales. It's going to increase spend in the park. What that will do in the future, once proven, remember, they got to prove that. So when opening day happens, from that point, for the next 12 months, they've got to go back to the board and say, hey, guess what? We've seen a 50% increase in visitation. Ticket sales are up. Retail spends up. Food spends up. Profitability. Revenue is up. Everything, bang. And they're going to go, fantastic. And then he's going to say, now, we need to move on to the next project. And this is what we're thinking. And this is what we think we can do to return more. So that's how it works. That's how theme parks work. They don't have an endless bucket of money just sitting there to do what they want with. If all this doesn't work, we won't see future investment in the parks. It's as easy as that. So we need to tell and share with everyone how good it is and how good it's, how much of an experience it is, and that everyone's got to come and experience it for themselves. So, while we're there, buy what we can, support them in every way possible. That's just what we can do. We live here. We got to support them as well. Locals work there. They need jobs. We got to support the parks to keep the doors open. So yeah, that's how that works. So I think before we see more future projects, that they will have a lot of plans. Like, don't get me wrong, there'll be a board somewhere with this is what the next stage would look like for Dreamworld. This will be the one after that. However, let's get this done and open first. Get it right the first time. Prove that it works. Prove that it returns the money. Then we'll move on. Tick in the box. Then we'll move on to the next one, and we'll be allowed more funds. So that's how that works. So yeah, let's just support them in the meantime and do everything we can so that we can see more future attractions in these parks, in all the parks. So much happening at our parks. Yeah, it is really cool to see. It's needed as well. Really is needed. Definitely needed. Oh, was it say Nathan? Shane, you show the QR on the other side of the screen as the chat is in the side of your showing currently. Oh, okay. Sorry. So you want it on this side? Is that correct? Sorry, I can't see that. See, how about I put it in the middle? Oh, wait on. How about I go back and do it? We're actually, where is it? Okay. It's really hard because everything's backwards. Okay. Can you see that? Or there you go. Does that work? I'll hold it there for 30 seconds. Hopefully that's not blocking anything. Hopefully you can see the QR code. Again, if you can't, if you go to my Instagram link tree, you'll see it there. You can get to it in the link tree there as well. So yeah, that's if you want to support the channel through that app. Always appreciated. All good? 5, 4, 3. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I'll remember that for next time. All right. Maybe the old vintage cars could become the quad bike ride. True. Yes, that would be cool. That would be a great area for quad bikes, actually. Really cool. Really cool area. You never know. They might do something like that. Again, I would always say, any ideas, send an email to the parks. You just never know. Just never know. Thanks, Bodie. I appreciate you confirming that worked. I'm blocked on that side now. Yep, thanks. No. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it, Nathan, as well. Thank you for that. Cool. Animals? Yeah, animals. More animals. You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but a few years ago, some of you might remember this actually. SeaWorld announced that they were having gorillas. And I think there was some other animals as well. SeaWorld. And they even had it on a billboard out the front of the park. Who remembers that? Does anyone remember that? I'm talking maybe maybe like 15 years ago. I want to say quite a while ago. Does anyone remember that? Gorillas. Yeah, I know. It doesn't mutated sea monkeys. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Akamak is asking me if I've ever done an Australia Zoo video. Absolutely. If you'd like to just search Australia Zoo on my channel, you will see a video there. It was a couple of years ago, but to be honest with you, I don't believe there's really nothing that's changed too much since that video. I will get there again and do another one at some point in time, but I always look at, okay, when did I last do it? Has anything changed? Like someone said to me recently, oh, you haven't been to Paradise Country for a while. Nothing's changed. Literally, I could just update my thumbnail and re-release the old video and you'd never know because it's the same. There's nothing, unless there's a new attraction there. You know what I mean? I just don't feel I'm giving more value, adding more value to anything to show you guys. And I think, yeah, I'd rather people ask about it. I refer them quite often. I'll just send them the link to that video, and if they ask about it in the chat, if they're chatting to me on Instagram, and I'll just say, hey, here's a video. This is the latest video, essentially. Oh, they went down the wrong way. So anyway, Christopher S is saying, yeah, he remembers that. Wasn't it called Wild? Yeah, I think it was actually, right? Yeah. I don't know where they were exactly planning on putting it at SeaWorld, but anyway. Yeah, I think there was an issue. I think there was an issue with something to do with the gorillas. I don't know. They could have a hotel at Dreamworld. Look, there is, in fact, it was announced maybe a few years ago, but I believe Dreamworld pulled the pin on it or something happened. However, I know that it's not just forgotten about. Like, it's a possibility still. I think what happened was COVID, right? That stuffed everything up. Everything, right? So yeah, I think in the future we will see definitely the hotels happen. Just when, and again, investment, timing. I think we're going to see a lot more international visitation come back yet. We're starting to see it now, but not like it used to be. That's when they need to start the hotels and get the hotels going, when the visitation for international visitors is back up there, realistically. Peppa Pig is Paradise Country. What is up there? I can't remember. I don't think so. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Is it really? I know Shaun the Sheep's up there. Dreamworld should bring back the water rides. Look, I agree. They need a water ride. They know they need a water ride. Like I said before, though, they got to prove this spending $35 million on Rivertown is a worthwhile investment and will bring money, visitors back to Dreamworld, and shows increased revenue and profitability. Otherwise, they won't spend more. So that's the reality. That's the reality of it all. But yeah, water rides for sure. Thomas B, completely off topic. That's okay. What would you say your favorite theme park would be from rides, entertainment, and food? I'm looking at buying another pass for a theme park, but I'm not sure which one to get. Well, I think I've said this before. I quite often get asked, what's my favorite theme park? And I've really thought long and hard about that. And whilst I'm not a fence sitter, but for this one, I kind of am but the reason why is because each park offers something different. They're not all the same. They offer a different feeling when you walk in there, with the atmosphere. I know there's similarities, like in food, like Village Roadshow theme parks. So Movie World, SeaWorld, Wet and Wild, Paradise Country. Probably not so much Paradise Country, but those three main parks anyway. The food is essentially the same. The coffee shop is the same. It's replicated across the business. But that's just from the food perspective. And I know why they have to do that. I'm not saying it's just all the same because, there's the Dockside Tavern at SeaWorld that has different food items that Movie World doesn't have. And there's the Dirty Harry Outdoor Kitchen Bar and Grill that has different foods again. So, I shouldn't say them all. But essentially, if you go for a burger and chips, it's essentially the same. Maybe themed a bit differently, but it's the same essentially. Entertainment-wise, SeaWorld do a great job with all the shows. Movie World do a great job with all the pop-up entertainment and characters. And the stunt shows, it's pretty awesome, of course. And their events are really cool. Dreamworld, I think Dreamworld is, it's just going full steam ahead with the massive change that they've been undertaking. And I think that, again, just offers a completely different feel from all the other parks. They're trying to bring that back to, nostalgia or back to its roots, essentially, right? And I think with everything that they're doing in that park, with the new Rivertown and everything like that, it's completely different from the other parks, completely. So I can't say, hand on heart, that I have a favorite park here in Australia. I like them all for all different reasons. They're all completely different reasons. Like on Saturday when I go to Movie World to film the update and then go to Dreamworld, different feeling, different environment. I feel different. I enjoy it in different ways. So yeah, it's a really hard one. But if I had one to pick in the world, I mean, Disney's always. I love Disney. I love Disney California Adventure in Anaheim. Love, 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 love the feeling of that park. It's like a seaside environment. I really love what they've done there, and I love the Cars Land. I can't rave about it enough. But I'm a movie guy, and I love Universal Studios. Hollywood, haven't been to the other ones around the world, but Hollywood has a special place in my heart because I went there when I was 8, and I love behind the scenes stuff and movies, and a lot of my favorite TV shows and movies over the years have been Universal Studios based. So to go to the place that these were actually filmed, like even the original Universal monster movies were actually filmed there. When you go on the studio tour, that's where it was filmed, right there. That building there was from Dracula or from Frankenstein, whatever. Like that's it. Like wow, I love that. And Universal Studios, I just love it there. I just love it, love it, love it. And different kinds of foods, different lands offer different foods, different feelings, atmosphere. I just love. So for me, Universal Studios Hollywood, number one. Now, obviously, I haven't been to the other Universal parks, and I know Florida's parks down there, Universal parks, are amazing. And from what I've seen, I can't wait to go there one day. And obviously, Epic Universe, from what I've seen, I mean, I love horror and monsters and that, but the Universal Monsters area, have you seen the animatronics? We spoke about it a few weeks back. Check it out, Epic Universe, Universal Studios, Epic Universe. They've released their monsters. I think there's an attraction. I think it's something to do with Frankenstein, but in that ride, there's Frankenstein, there's like a werewolf, Dracula, and the animatronics, you swear they are real people. Crazy, like next level stuff. Next level. Blew my mind. Blows everyone's mind. I want to see that. I'm not going to go to Epic Universe on opening day, week, or even month. Probably not even that year. I mean, that was going to get just absolutely smashed with people. So busy. And I want to experience it and not have to, well, you're probably going to have to get Fast Pass anyway because to get everything done, right? But yeah, I mean, I won't be able to afford to go next year. But anyway, that will be amazing to see. And that might change my view of my favorite park because I love themed attractions. Like I go on roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I love everything, but not so much spinny rides, actually. But I love really highly themed attractions and dark rides. I love all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. So I would say, yeah, that's to give you that long-winded answer, as I do. Australian theme parks, I really don't have a favorite. I like them all for different reasons. Hollywood, Universal would be my favorite at the moment. But DCA, Anaheim would be almost on par with that one as an equal. Mummy Ride, yes. Sean Davies going on the Mummy Ride at Universal Studios. That is an awesome ride. I love it when it goes backwards. That is a pretty cool ride. I enjoyed going on that a lot. It was really cool. Ride is saying that gorilla experience was going to be around near the lake, near the reclaimed land near Nickelodeon. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It would have been cool if they had done that, but anyway, interesting. Kira saying, do you have any favorite workers at Dreamworld? I do know a lot of the people there now, and I don't have favorites. Anyone who stops and says hi to me, and I tell you what, most of the staff there do always say hi and they watch my videos, and they're all really nice. Like all the parks, not just Dreamworld, but yeah, I mean, I know a few people there personally, but also know a lot of people through the channel and through visiting there a lot. and they're all very kind and very chatty, like nice, engaging people, supportive of the channel, supportive of what I do, the parks, for them as well. But probably wouldn't say I have a favorite, but I think equally they're all very nice, and I love stopping and saying hi to them. So, yeah, to be fair, I have not been to Japan. No, it's on my bucket list. Definitely, I've heard that their Disney parks are amazing and Universal. So yeah, it's very high on my list actually. Just even before doing YouTube, always wanted to go to Japan, and I think we'll have to make that happen because it's my family and I. It's a family bucket list thing as well. So I think, yeah, as much as I love America and more, I've been there a few times now and went back just recently in April, and just really I'm itching to go there every month. I want to go back there, but it's expensive, real. And I know Japan, the dollars are almost dollar for dollar. I think it's dollar for dollar, the yen. So we'll see. Bodie has found. Good on you, Bodie. He's found the media release from when SeaWorld mentioned that new wild attraction with the gorillas. So he's saying it says the attraction was supposed to open in 2015. That's right. Yes, it included. I remember this now that you've said this: hippos, hippopotamus, crocodiles, and other animals as part of an African encounter attraction. And I know gorillas were featured on the artwork. Yeah, hippopotamus too. Yeah, that's right. An African. Yeah, and actually, now that you've said that, I remember at the time where Top Golf is now. They were actually looking at putting it there originally on that land. There was a lot of things planned for that site, actually. There was even like a city walk, like at Universal Studios in Hollywood, and I think Florida might have it too, like probably Japan as well. Like there's always a city walk. So it's where outside the park, restaurants and shops, highly themed. That was planned for there. I'd seen artwork for that. But then again, you see a lot of stuff in those parks over the years that never come to fruition. Now, I've seen plans for what they planned to do for to change Hollywood Stunt Driver over. Like I've seen that artwork. I've seen the I guess the narrative on that. But again, highly confidential, but never came to fruition. At one point in time, you know how the Flash Speed Force sits in the Superman ride envelope footprint. Well, there was another ride planned for there, like a drop tower ride, also planned for there at one point in time. Again, never happened, whatever reason. You see lots of stuff. There's this other massive attraction for SeaWorld. Can't sort of say too much about that one, but in case it comes to fruition. But like that, again, they got to put these ideas forward, cost it out, and then it's whether it gets approved from the people that have the money or not. That's what happens. So I think this one though was something to do with the animal situation. I think SeaWorld looks after animals. Obviously, that's what they do. But I think there was some issue. Might have been getting the animals, or I don't know. Can't remember. There was something about that. Thanks, Bodie, for sharing that and refreshing the memory there. And yeah, that would have been cool. But SeaWorld probably not quite the right fit for those animals, right? SeaWorld. So, they're like land creatures. Anyway, probably hence why that didn't go ahead as well. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, more than gorillas. Yeah. Now that you said that, yes, I remember. Any more update on the catwalk at Tiger Island? I'll be back this weekend to check it out. Not sure when the Tigers will be walking through those, but it was almost looking like it was almost completed last time I was there, and I had some photos on Instagram, maybe last week, showing more of that, and so can't be far away. Would you say you're more excited for the Wizard of Oz at Movie World or Rivertown at Dreamworld? I've been asked this before. Geez, I don't know. it's a hard one. Both areas are going to be immersive and should be a wow factor, highly themed. Again, I love that stuff. So I think for me, both of them are going to be in my element. I'm probably though more excited for Rivertown only because probably more so for the Jungle Rush ride. Actually, Murrissippi Motors, even though they'll be slow, the vintage cars, I'm keen to drive around them under that plane, just in that environment. And it looks like there might be a little dark part at the end as well, inside part. Looks like it. So I think that's cool. So I think probably because Jungle Rush Coaster has different elements. Remember, it goes forwards and backwards, has the inclined turntable, has different pathways. It's not just one same ride the whole time. I've ridden Flight of the Wicked Witch, which is TNT at Gumbywood, exactly the same coaster. Obviously, different theming and surroundings. Awesome coaster. It's good. It's not a thrill coaster, but it is more. It is family, but it is more thrill as well. It's good. Kansas Twister. Looking forward to that coaster. The theming as well. But I think more so, I'm more excited for Jungle Rush. Just what elements that coaster is going to bring. More so. When am I going to go back to Aussie World? Not sure. I haven't been back for a little while. I was going to go back for Halloween, but ended up doing a second Movie World event. So, yeah. So, soon I do plan to get back for sure. What's your best interaction you have had with a fan? Look, I meet lots of people every time I'm in the parks. I don't know. I meet so many people all the time. I really can't say there's been one specific interaction. I meet people, they tell me how much they enjoy the videos, what they watch. It's always nice, though, to hear when like my videos have helped them with their anxiety or something like that. Knowing what to expect before they go to these places. I didn't even know that was a thing, that my videos would help people, but apparently it does. They do. So, wow, like that means a lot to me, and that's really cool, and I like that. So, rather than just one specific interaction, but it's always nice meeting people, and I like seeing the excitement on people's faces that they like. Oh, look, this is a guy off TV. I'm like, well, I just make little videos for YouTube, but I guess I'm on people's TVs, right? I'm on your TV right now, or smartphone, or whatever you're watching this on. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, sometimes when I watch myself back on the videos, and I'm thinking this is a pretty strange situation, but I'm used to it now. But I suppose I get excited when I meet a YouTuber too, or just anyone famous off TV, and that it's exciting, right? But I'm just a regular guy that just enjoys theme parks, attractions, events, likes to showcase them, like to put little videos together to make them exciting and fun. And I'm just a big believer of supporting these places. It's hard enough to do theme parks in Australia, I think. So they do them well, and we're not USA, but we're getting there, right, in terms of standards and theming and everything. So, I like to just showcase. I've lived in Gold Coast for over 20 years, and I've worked in the industry as well, and I just feel passionate about and fortunate enough that I can showcase on my channel all these attractions and things to do in the Gold Coast, almost like an ambassador for the Gold Coast. Like, I'm hoping if anyone is on here from Tourism Queensland, I'd be happy to be helping you out with stuff. But anyway, I'm sure you got better people than me. But I feel like my channel is positive. It promotes things in a positive way. I try and do things the right way as well. Not perfect. Try to be as informative and try to get the right information across as best as I can. I mean, sometimes we make mistakes, errors, and again, it depends what information is coming in and what we're our source of information, as well. So try to get it right. Anyway, I hear that Nathan fella was a cool fan. So you're told. Absolutely. Just a side note, you could also add the Buy Me a Coffee link to the description of the live. Good point. Yes, I could. And I should. Thanks for that. There's so many things I could be doing too, I tell you. But they're on the list. Thanks for that. I'll try and remember. Maybe send me a message next in 2 weeks' time on the Tuesday, maybe. Hey, don't forget to do this. I'll try and remember. Anyway. What's extinct attraction do you miss the most? For me, it is definitely Bermuda Triangle from SeaWorld. Yes, the Looney Tunes River Ride. I got to ride that a number of times. Loved it. They were thinking about retheming that to Willy Wonka, but they had to get rid of it. It was rusting out. It was not cost efficient to repair, replace, unfortunately. But yeah, if you're in Germany and go to Movie Park Germany, you can ride the Bermuda Triangle today. There you go. Still there. Kira's saying it's funny when I see myself in one of your videos in the background. Yes, I always seem to bump into you at Dreamworld or somewhere, I suppose. So no doubt you'd be in the videos at somewhere. No worries, buddy. I know you're busy too, mate. But I'm trying to remember between us. We're trying to remember that. Keep putting yourself out there, Shane. You never know if you don't give it a go. Exactly. And the funny thing was, I probably talked about this last time, or I was talking to someone recently anyway about this. You never know who's watching your videos. And it's like some of the, you look at some of the views, I'm not saying all my videos are cracker videos, but I mean, they all get over 1,000 views. Some of them have had 70,000 views, tens of thousands of views. Actually, I think my Bluey's World one that I just did. I think last time I checked it was 10,000. That was just released on Sunday night, right? So, let's just have a quick look. I'm really not sure. Okay, my Supernova one is at 1,800 views, and that was released last night. Bluey's World's at 11,000 views, released on Sunday night. Wet and Wild's up to about 4,000. Wizard of Oz, the last one did 8,000. But I got a couple on there that have like a 70,000. Here's another one, 11,000. The arcade video. So out of all those thousands of people, surely there's someone on there that's famous, right? I mean, more famous than what I am, of course. Like there's got to be, and in fact there is. Like I've said this before. The original Yellow Wiggle, Greg Page, he messaged me to say that him and his family enjoy my videos and they love watching my content. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, that's amazing. Like when my daughter was smaller and watched all the Wiggles, we had all the DVDs and we were watching, as a family. And amazing, entertainer in person, and what he's doing now is just, it's amazing. It's amazing what he's doing now with Heart of the Nation. So, but I actually bumped into him and his family at Dreamworld after just randomly one day, and when he asked me for a photo, I was just like, what? I get it because like they watch my channel and everything, but like it's amazing. So I just hope that one day, there's someone on here that says, "Hey, Shane, let's do something." I don't know. You never know where things lead, right? You never know where things lead, or who's watching your channel. So I appreciate everyone who watches the channel. We all do different things and have different jobs and do whatever, different interests. But I guess everyone on here has the similar, or I guess everyone on my channel and platforms have the same interests. We all love theme parks, attractions, events, anything fun. We try to showcase all the stuff we can do in the Gold Coast and further afield when we can get there. So there you go. Original Tower of Terror, yes, at Dreamworld, I rode that a number of times. In fact, I rode that when it was going forwards and then again when it went backwards as well. When it went forwards, it went nearly to the top. When it went backwards, it stopped quite away from the top. There's a difference in that for some reason. But yeah, when it went forwards, that was awesome. It was a cool ride. It was so cool. Very expensive to run. Very expensive to run. I think there's one ride left in the world of that same kind. I think it's called Superman or Superman Escape, maybe. So Superman, maybe. I think it's a Six Flags park, and it runs two of them side by side. But of course, they don't always run them at the same time. Super expensive to run. I think there's talk of them possibly removing it. You got to be cost efficient, right? It would be awesome for a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory experience of some description. Absolutely. That would have been ideal at Movie World. So ideal for that. But yeah, anyway. Julie, how you doing? We're going for our annual school trip soon to Wet and Wild. Can't wait. I wish there was some more slides. I was also pretty disappointed with how short the Kansas Twisters are. Yeah, I mean it's a boomerang racing, dueling racing coaster. It is, yeah, it's not a long ride. I mean, but I think that whole area is more about, in my opinion, is more about when you walk in and you are going to feel immersed and that you are entering into Emerald City and the Wizard of Oz. So I think there just happens to be a couple of rides in there as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that whole journey through that area, through the highly themed queuing areas, is just what's going to be the wow factor. The ride is just a bonus at the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I see this. So the ride is what it is, and it will be themed as well. Obviously, the ride is themed, the carriages are themed, and everything like that. And it will still be fun and it will be cool. And I guarantee you will walk off out of that area with a big smile on your face going, wow, it was cool. Like, just the whole experience, not just the ride. So keep that in mind. I always like to, think about the whole experience and being immersed in everything, the journey through the area. So that's what I think. Whether the ride's a bit shorter or not, I mean, most rides around the world aren't that long. So some more than others, of course, but yeah. Anyway, I'm sure they'll be pretty awesome. Do you still think Wizard of Oz will open with the movie release? Probably not quite, but be close. Probably be a couple of weeks out, I reckon. As in, they'll do the movie, then maybe a couple of weeks later they might be doing that the park. One White Christmas, it hailed. Kira saying it hailed, and I screamed. Oh, I was 4 years old. I screamed one of the shops. So hopefully this White Christmas world does not hail. I'd recommend maybe checking the long range weather forecast first. If it hails though, remember there's the cover over Main Street now, so most people will go into there. Hailstorms don't last that long. And then with the humidity, it'll melt real quick. Things will be back to normal fairly quickly. I've been there and there's been horrific storms, and then once they pass, back to normal operation again. Movie World needs another thrill attraction. Can't wait for Scooby-Doo. Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't had a lot more updates on it, but I don't think there's really too much more they can really show you. Remember, Scooby-Doo's not getting a massive whole entire refresh or overhaul. It's mainly the operations systems, mainly, right? That's getting completely overhauled. So the ride control systems, track wise, essentially the same. They might change one or two things on the track. New carriages, different ride experience, different harnesses. Really cool. Test seat. Some of the theming will be probably brought back to more original when it opened, essentially. So that's what we'll see there. But again, it's going to be definitely probably a better ride experience, but just so cool to have that open again. So don't be thinking this is completely changing. Why haven't we seen what's happening? It's really not about that. It's about the it is a multi-million-dollar upgrade, but it was needed. It was just the operating system was outdated. So that's essentially where a lot of that money has gone into. Anyway, they'll release more very soon. Another attraction, obviously, yes. They've got to do something with Doomsday anyway, so I reckon that'll be next on their agenda very soon after Scooby opening. Do I remember the Wild West show at Movie World? Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I remember going to it when it was outdoors, and then when they built the showcase where that is now, and it became the Illusion show, and it was indoor, and it had lighting and effects. That was amazing. It was cool. So I remember them both, and yeah, those are the good old days, right? Really cool, really awesome too. Elijah's saying it's the one that's similar to the Tower of Terror is the Superman Escape from Krypton. Yeah, absolutely, that's the one. It was, yeah, it was Superman Escape. I thought it was the same as the one at Movie World, same name as the ride there. Thomas is saying his school rewards day, is at Movie World. That's pretty cool. Massive thrill seeker, love thrill rides. So considering queues and stuff, would you recommend for me to go on? First of all, I'd recommend maybe the night before or the morning of, go onto the Movie World app and see what rides are closed or what's open, essentially. Because just in case, like, DC might be down for the day. So know in advance what is open and then go on what you want to go on first. Now, I would recommend the longest queues are going to be DC Rivals, Hypercoaster, Superman. They're going to be long queues. Probably get them done first. Wild West Falls always blows out. Get that ride done. The other rides, you might be waiting a little while for Green Lantern, but the other rides they'll be waiting in queues, but not as long as those other bigger rides. They'll blow out. Go get the other rides done. And then if you've still got more time in the day, you can get some re-rides potentially on those other ones. That'd be my plan. Have a fun day. Yeah, definitely have a fun day there. It's going to take immersion to another level here in Australia. Definitely, Anton, 100% agree with you there. We need it. We've had to have it. They've identified it and they're doing it. So can't wait for both parks. It's going to be amazing. What was your favorite Fright? What was your favorite event? Fright Night? At Fright Nights. Sorry, Kira, I can't sort of. Do you mean what was my favorite maze at Fright Night or thing to do there or favorite Fright Night over the years? I'm not sure what you specifically mean, but I liked the mazes a few years ago when they had say the Friday the 13th, or the Halloween with Michael Myers. That was one of my favorite ones because that's movie. Like I love the Conjuring maze. It's movies. I love that. So I like all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the first bite this year, pre-event cocktail party for $59. Awesome value for money. I'm going to do that again next year. Hopefully it's not going up, but we'll see. I think it was better what they did this year than even the Terror Tours and stuff. I think they took you out of the park, away from the park, and you miss things doing that. And they were awesome and good, but sometimes the content in those were a little bit too They don't need to swear. They were swearing and doing all sorts of stuff, like trying to shock you, I guess, right? I don't think there's a need for that. So I think what they did this year was just perfect. And that's just, I think what they need to do is just continue that moving forward. Thomas, thanks, Shane, for your support. No, for your help. No worries at all. I hope you have an awesome time. Go and do some of your assessments now. Yes. You shouldn't be on this live feed. You should be doing your assessments, Thomas. Good luck. Movie World would have a complete path loop once Wizard of Oz opens instead of backtracking. I hope so. It has to, surely, right? It has to. It's got to link up again. It's got to link up again. I'm sure it will. It would make sense to. Let's wait and see. For the new rides at Movie World, will they have the companion for the fast track? I would imagine so. I would always just recommend contacting their guest services or just checking it out online. Because I don't work for them or work there, I don't want to give you any wrong information about those things. And I'm not too sure about those, but I would say it would just be extended to those attractions. It would have to be, surely. I'd love to see Mad Max show at Movie World. Yes, how good would that be? That'd be so awesome. I think that if they change it up, it's got to be something like Mad Max for sure. Something like that. Guys, we've been talking for nearly 3 hours. So I can't even believe it. I think we're going to probably wrap up because, I mean, I love talking to you guys and I really appreciate it. We've had like constantly well over 30 people on the whole entire time. It's gone up to 45 at one time. People have got obviously other things to do. I appreciate everyone that's been on this live stream tonight, whether you've been on for bits and pieces and had to go again, perfectly fine. I understand. Whether you've been on the whole time, I really appreciate that too. I really appreciate all the interaction and input and suggestions and all that as well, and support. So awesome, you guys. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your week as well, spending time with me, talking about all the things that we love about our theme parks and attractions and events that are going on in the Gold Coast and all around. Don't forget to, if you haven't already done so, follow me on Instagram, jaggsjourneysau, so at jaggsjourneysau. There's content that drops during the week, pretty much on a daily basis, in between my weekly videos. It just keeps everyone in the loop, keeps us all informed on what's happening. Obviously, I can't go and film during the week. Would love to, but got to have a full-time job to survive. So so we do that. And then also, if you are into podcasts, check out the Theme Park Cartel podcast as well. That is also appreciated to check that one out. So that's that'll be on Spotify and any of the major streaming platforms there as well. And that comes out fortnightly. We've just launched Patreon, so we do extra content. And those members also get the video version as well as the normal podcast and an extra piece of an extra podcast as well. Anyway, check it out. It's cool. So those of you now are saying goodnight. So goodnight to everyone. Thanks again for engaging in this live stream. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. And if I'm not there, just hang on. I was a few minutes late tonight. Usually I'll put a little post out. I didn't have time today. I was just flat tack today at work and this morning, and I just didn't have time to put a post out. But I still got the same amount of people on here without doing a post. So I appreciate you guys remembering that it's live stream week. So thank you all for that. Will they allow what's it, Bodie? Oh, the alleyway, near Scooby-Doo. Has been painted green. That's definitely a sign, a good sign, that there's going to be a walkway through there. So when I'm there on Saturday, I'll pop that in the video as well and say, hey, this is what we're talking about. Here's the pathway. It's going to be connected up. It's awesome. So cool. So anyway, make sure you check out my videos this weekend as well. Again, sharing my videos, liking my videos, commenting the videos does help this channel a lot. Also helps the algorithm pick up on the videos as well. So if you enjoyed the content, if you've got friends and family that also enjoy theme parks, attractions, or events, please feel free to share it with them. Like the videos, comment, support the channel, and appreciate all of everyone's support. Anyway, we are going to leave it there. I think it's time for everyone to hit the hay, get ready for tomorrow and for the rest of the week. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, whatever you end up doing. Hopefully, weekend or whatever days off you get, hopefully you get to do something fun, whether it's theme parks, attractions, events, or anything fun, the family, friends, whatever it might be. You always got to do something fun. Life's too short. So enjoy and watch out for the videos at the end of the week. And I will be obviously seeing you guys in another 2 weeks here on the live stream as well. Anyway, guys, good night all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey.